Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to share with you some of the things that I've been working on, Stampin' Up specials, all kinds of fun stuff. So today we are going to be talking about a fantastic set of designer series paper, and I have got some tips and tricks, and we're also going to talk about stamp and write markers a little bit. So anyway, without further ado, let's hop on over to my desktop. So as you can see, I got a lot of stuff going on here, but I wanted to share with you a card that we made at my team meeting. And my team is, we're called Jersey Stampers and Beyond. And every month at our team meeting, we have a card that I send a card kit for, and together we make a card. And usually it features, I try to feature brand new products, things that maybe they might have questions on, and we all make the card together, but then we also share with each other because they're not always exactly the same because, I have to send out a whole lot of these. So I don't always have all the supplies. But what I decided to use this time was the designer series paper from the Storybook Moments suite. And you can see the suite here. Let me come over here so you can see these are the bundles that it comes with. And to be honest, I haven't purchased the bundles just yet. I buy DSP first, and then I work my way through the rest of the catalog. It has some great gems and such, but you can buy just the DSP, and that's what I did. So this suite actually has two different DSPs. The first is this 6x6 paper that is called Timeless Plaid, and you can see you've got a whole bunch of different plaids, and they're in the colors that coordinate with the Storybook Moments DSP. Now, it's hard to see all the fabulous designs in this DSP, but I'll hold it up kind of close because if I try to show you on the 12 by 12 paper, it's even harder to be able to visualize it. But I want to point out two things. The first is this page here, and this page, let's try it. I'm going to pull it over here, and you can see in the package, that might be a little bit better at this point. This page has a series of panels that can be cut out. You can separate them and use them however you like. So for example, this size is a perfect background for a card, and this size is the perfect the perfect focal point for a card or a layer that goes on a card. This makes a nice border. So you can cut these apart and use them that way. And then the reverse side of the paper is also just a one constant pattern. And these were originally, I believe, designed to go with scrapbooking because we do a lot of pocket page scrapbooking, and this size and this size are the sizes of the pocket pages that are traditionally used. But you can definitely use them for card making, and actually I think that's what most people do. Although there is a coordinating scrapbooking kit. If you're into scrapbooking, you can look that up on the website, and we've got a whole bunch of new scrapbooking things. Now the other sheet that I wanted to share is a page of die cuts, and I don't know the best way to show this, but I'm going to hold it up here. Check that out. This page right here, there are two sheets of all of these little designs that you punch out and they can be designed into focal points for your card or little accents for your card. And I'm going to show you a couple of ideas with that. So without too much else, see, this is the card that we made, and I happen to, in my kit, have this little wheelbarrow, and that's what I use. But I have one extra kit, so I said, oh, let me make that with you, and let's see what we've got there, and you can check out the decision-making process. This is how I package all of my card kits when I send them out, and I do reuse them. So this was from a 10-card kit, which I only do once a year for the holidays. Anyway, so what I do is I pre-cut everything, and here's a piece of the Timeless Plaid, which happens to be the same as the card that I just showed you. And then from the regular sheets of DSP, I punched out some circles, making sure that we had something to show on each one. So these are both pretty cute, but the reverse sides are really nice too. And I happen to really like this one, the strawberry, so I'll probably use that again. This is for the inside of the card. And then I randomly gave people die cuts. And this is what I ended up in mine. This was totally random. Oops, where did my butterfly go? I had a butterfly here somewhere. Oh, it was so cute. I was going to use that. All right. It's tiny, so I keep losing it. I had taken it out before. But you can see I just punched them out. And now I have adorable little die cuts. Now this one is a little squirrel, and she's told, I'm going to say she. She looks like a she to me. I guess it's, yeah, is that a bonnet? I think it's a bonnet. But if not, maybe it's a boy. Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, we've got a basket here of flowers that they've collected. So I'm going to put that aside and see what I'm going to end up using. So let me just quickly put this on the inside of my card. Here's my adhesive. Hopefully this is the right size. I think this came with it. Yeah. I've got so many little kits over here that sometimes I lose track. All right, so I put that on the inside, and then I'm going to use this side, this plaid, which I happen to use on my first card that I did. And I'm going to put this on the front using regular adhesive again. And I'm just centering that. All the dimensions for this are in the description of this video when you go to look at it, either on YouTube or Facebook. You'll be able to see all the dimensions. And so then we have these circles. Now, since she is holding some flowers, I think I'm going to go like this with that cute watering can, and then I'm going to use the sweet strawberries over here at the bottom corner. I feel like that has an up and a down just the way the strawberries are, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adhere this again, and this actually is using a sketch from the annual catalog, and I was going to pull that out, but I did not. But you can find that on page 22 of the annual catalog. You can see all the different sketches, and I had gone through and done a whole series on how to use the sketches, so you can find that on YouTube. Anyway, so we've got that, and I'm going to make this card a birthday card because that's the stamp that's on my desk, and I'm using Boho Blue. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, Carol, thank you for saying so. Let me try this. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. See, I was trying a different way to do it, but then I have to do this. Oh dear. Okay, well, might have to redo this again, but here we are. I'm going to stamp this on my glass mat. I have to pull it down towards me. I'm sorry, I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to be straight or not. There we go. Happy birthday on there. Okay. Sorry about that, Carol. That was a bad move on my part. I don't know why. I checked to see if I had my audio on, and I did. So looks like I have to have both audios on, and then I get an echo, which is what the problem was. I'm just going to try to make that go away on my end, because eventually that will bother you too. Okay. Oh, well, so here we go. I'm going to take this ribbon. Now, this comes in a dual pack. Hi, Emma. It wasn't your phone. It was me and Rita and Linda. Thanks for sticking with me this far, but I'm just talking. Hopefully you got the gist of it. We're talking about the Storybook Moments designer series paper, and I'm happy to elaborate on that if you would like. I may go back and repeat that. Anyway, let me just finish making this card and we can talk more about it. So I'm just going to put a stripe of adhesive down on my card, and I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to fold it over and make my V at the point where I'm going to have it. So this ribbon, as I was starting to say, is the diagonal stripe, and it comes in, it's a 2-pack, and you get white ribbon or this petal pink ribbon, and I thought it went nicely with this bundle and this DSP. So now I'm going to just grab my dimensionals, and I'm going to put my happy birthday on there.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Still getting used to my new setup. It's still not quite what I like, and as you can tell, I still don't do it all right every time. So we've got the happy birthday. We'll put that on here. And now comes the fun part. So since these are the die cuts that I have, I am a believer in less is more. So I'm just going to put this little guy on here, but I'm going to use some dimensionals so that he, whatever, sits up a little nicely. And of course, you could go crazy. There are, I believe I counted 43 on each sheet, 43 little pieces that you can mix and match to create whatever feel you like. Now I'm going to overlap my sentiment just the littlest bit. And here we have it. So you can see I used two different pieces, and we've got that going on. So that's how you can mix and match and use this designer series paper. And again, here are the punch outs that come in this kit. So hard to see, but they're all elements from the different patterns of paper. And so you don't have to fussy cut them, and that is the key. So you don't have to do that. So let's make one more card. And I wanted to share with you because I did make this card at my team meeting, and so here's my butterfly. See, I told you I had a butterfly. I'm going to actually add the butterfly because that was the whole idea. I'm going to put the butterfly right up there because it's little, and I can do that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to use a dimensional for that just because there's enough going on, but I thought that would look nice on there. There we go. Plus, I have butterflies on the brain, and I'll tell you why for that in a minute. But yeah, Carol, I know, isn't it great? I love this. She loves this and the paper that goes with it. So I'm going to make this card. And so when I did my team meeting, we all made this card, and so I wanted to share with you the Stampin' Up special that's going on right now. If you join Stampin' Up, you get to choose 2 sets of markers, Stampin' Write markers, which is a $70 value. Or you can choose to get an additional $30 added to your starter kit. So if you are looking to get markers and stock up on those, this is the time to do it. You definitely get your money's worth and then some if you sign up now. So I wanted to share with you how to, a couple of ways. Actually, we're going to talk about some ways that you can use markers in your card making. So we're going to take some basic beige cardstock, fold it in half. Use my scoring bone, give that a nice crease. And then I took 2 pieces of, it's actually 1 piece of the Storybook Moments paper. And I used one from one side and one from the reverse side. I really like this pattern on the back here. So I'm going to put this on the bottom, and this is just a standard layout that I have been using for years and years, having one pattern on the bottom, and then I use a separate pattern on the top. In this case, it's just the flip side of the same piece of paper. Sometimes it's a different one, usually from the same package, because they coordinate so nicely together. So here's our background, and then we want our focal point to be our label, which is going to say happy birthday, and this happy birthday is from the, where is it? Oh, I had it out here. Okay, here. Just hear my chair squeaking, sorry about that. The With You in Mind stamp set, my new favorite, I have to say. I love this stamp set. So I did cut out this tag from using the Greetings for All Seasons, or the dies that come with that. You can also get the dies by themselves, and they're just a bunch of tags, which is really great. And that's still in the online exclusive store. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Write markers. Now our markers are dual tipped. Yeah, I know, Melanie, it is a very Beatrix Potterfield, isn't it? I'm sure it's not, because that would be copyright, right? But it is very similar. But anyway, so the Stampin' Write marker has a brush tip and then a bullet tip. Now this is actually one of our older markers. So it is a little bit different now because I have old markers, and that tells you something, because our markers, they do tend to last a really long time. So I am going to use the brush tip and color right on to my stamp. Carol, I see you have a message up there, but I just can't get to read it at the moment. I do have to concentrate a little bit, but I'm brushing on my ink. So I've got the Happy, this is Calypso Coral, and I'm just pulling the colors right out of my, right out of the paper. Okay, and then I'm going to use, this is Lost Lagoon, and I'm brushing it on. And this, to me, is the ultimate Stampin' Up way to use markers, Stampin' Write markers. Now, no, these are very different. These are water-based markers, and they are not our alcohol markers. So our alcohol markers, I do prefer to use alcohol markers when I'm coloring, but you could certainly use these to color. And but I do prefer personally the other ones. But when you cannot do this technique where you're putting the ink right onto your stamp with an alcohol marker, because the whole idea behind alcohol markers is that they dry immediately and they're alcohol based. So you're probably saying to yourself, okay, well, these I did that Happy quite a while ago, and so isn't it dry by now? So instead of just stamping it down, before we do that, we're going to huff on it. And I'm actually going to flip over so you can see what I mean, because people ask. So when I say huff, I mean huff like this. And you're reactivating the ink. Because if you blow on it, you're drying the ink. But if you huff on it, the steam from your breath will reactivate the ink. And after I do that, look at me going back and forth like I'm like a pro, huh? And then you can just stamp it down and you can see that you get your color. When you do this, always make sure your Happy is straight. Okay, because the script on the bottom can confuse you. So there you go. So maybe not absolutely perfect, but you can see how this would be a really good technique for this little cupcake. So you can make the bottom one color, the icing another color, and then huff on it, stamp it down, and there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card, but I don't know what accent I'm going to use on this card. So let's pull out a sheet. Every time I pull it out, it makes a little bit of a mess because these are laser cut and they come out so easily. See, when I take it out, you can see they're already falling out. That's how nicely, oops, I've got a whole bunch now on my desk and on my floor. So let's pick from those, and then I'll put whatever I don't use back into my bin, and we'll see. So you can see how easily they pop out, and I really wanted to show just how easy that is. And so one of the things you want to consider is which way your little guys or girls are facing. So on this card, which happens to be the one I used on this one, he's facing to the left. So you want him to face your focal point or your message that you're trying to send, because that's where you want people to look. So if you put it over here, he's looking off on the left side of the card, and that kind of is silly. So you don't want to do that. So if I was using him, I would put him there. However, if I was using this little guy, he's grabbing it's a little squirrel grabbing an acorn. So cute. This guy, I probably want to put over here. And because the hole on this tag is on the left side, this might not be my best choice. However, because he has something to look at, you could put him over here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. You can tell I did not think about this in advance. That was kind of on purpose. And see, I'm going to have the branch come from the side of the card. So it looks like it's like a little scene. So it does pay to think about little things like that when you're making your cards. And it's kind of fun to do. You're making like a little scene. So I'm going to use my edges of that last sheet. I go through a lot of dimensionals, and I have so many partial sheets from all my classes that I do. So we're going to put this on here. And then I'll give him a lift as well. And they're really strong, so you don't need a whole lot. And again, like I said, I want to make sure I line this up. Maybe hold them up a little bit. So he's grounded both kind of towards the bottom of the card, but also towards the right side of the card. And then we just need a little bow. We actually have basic beige ribbon, so I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot, nice tight knot. I like to do it while it's still on the spool so I don't waste any, because I always waste. And I'll just give that a little trim with my scissors. Oopsie daisy. Well, they were there a second ago, but all right. Just trim that with an old pair, and then with a glue dot, I'm going to just put that right on there. And my glue dots are in here. My little, my basket of adhesives. Now you've just seen all the stuff I keep on my desk. Oh my goodness. Okay, so maybe when I tidy up, I shove too many things in there. Okay, so these little dots of adhesive are just from paper pumpkin kits. These are my leftovers, and I just keep them on my desk, and there's a whole bunch in there. This happens to be a bigger one, bigger glue dot, but I'm going to take that off. And oops, I got more messages here. I gotta put down. There we go. And I'll put that on, and voila. So there's another cute little card. So now I've got a bunch. I've got a couple of birthday cards. Here's another birthday card that we made today. And then I've got a couple of thank yous. So lots and lots of options with one package of paper. So again, using markers though, it's a great technique. There are a number of other things that you can do. Like, okay, so this technique I would call hand coloring your stamps, okay? You can also use it to create watercolor effects, and you can do faux watercoloring with them. And all of these are ideas for another day, but you can do your lettering, and you can even try some calligraphy with it if you wanted to, or at least fancy handwriting. You could color your die cuts. You can color anything, actually. You can use it to color the edges of, let's say you want to color the edge of your tag to make it pop a little bit. You can do that with a marker. You can doodle with them. You can add details to images. So all kinds of things that you could be doing with markers. So now is a great time to join Stampin' Up. And if you're interested in that, you can head to my blog and you can see all the details there. If you just choose join me. So again, our team is called Jersey Stampers, and we've got lots and lots of benefits if you decide to join. I've got some of my team members on this call or watching this video, so it's a lot of fun to have a team like that. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm sorry about the audio at the beginning, but just know that we were talking a lot about the Storybook Moments Designer Series papers. So we'll see you the next time, and hopefully we'll not have any glitches then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.